Chris, I noticed we're tasting Gold Label, and we have a white and a red in front of us. What are these wines?
Well, Gold Label is a range of wines that we produce. They're regional wines. The Chardonnay is a classic Australian Chardonnay, so from cool climate region, the Adelaide Hills. So very much the modern version of Chardonnay from Australia. So quite elegant, much more European in style than our old-fashioned Chardonnays.
Well, very flinty on the nose, yes. and in Australia I think the buzzword is funky.
Yeah, generally I always think that it looks like struck match more. Yeah, the Americans tend to use the funky one, but struck match, complex. Very Burgundian in style. Very much so.
Lots of freshness, citrus and grapefruit.
And quite bright, but very complex, so it's got all those, the struck match character, but lovely balance.
This will be so wonderful with lots of Cantonese food here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I actually think that style really does suit cuisine from this country, it's no doubt.
Shellfish, seafood and dim sum too.
Absolutely.
And there's a red.
Yeah, we have a couple of reds in the range, but this one's a Barossa Valley Shiraz, and I mean, Barossa Valley and Shiraz is a match made in heaven, so obviously it's a really classic style, but not the big, heavy Barossa Shiraz. What we're aiming for with this is more balance, more style, and something that really suits food. Really important with this range that they're really food-friendly wines.
I may have forgotten to ask you, the vintage for the Chardonnay is?
2011 vintage, and 2011 was a difficult vintage in Australia, but actually for Chardonnay it was really good, and particularly in the Adelaide Hills was excellent. And the Shiraz is from 2010, which again, for red wine, is a really good vintage.
I know what you mean now, having just tasted the wine, that you're not aiming for something in your face. You're aiming for something, there's fruit, there's structure and finesse.
Yep, absolutely. And to me this is like what we're trying to do with the Chardonnay, which is more elegance and more style and more food friendly. And I think it's the next progression for Australian wine is not to make the big blockbuster wines, but to make wines with finesse and style and really matching food, and that to me is the key element of.
And it's so reassuring that, Chris, you have sealed both the wines on screw cap to make sure that that brightness of fruit, that vivacity of freshness are all trapped in the bottle, safe and sound, and at the same time have great aging potential.
Oh, absolutely. I think particularly for these modern styles, screw cap is the ideal closure. Keeps the wines bright, fresh as you said, and the vibrance will last for many years. And these wines structurally will age well, but they're great now as young, bright things. They're like us.
Well, we try.
Yes.
Chris, thank you so much for talking to Vino Videos.
Excellent, and thank you so much for having me. Good. Thank you. Cheers.